Hello, I am Vanessa Pangilinan and I'll be presenting my ED 582 Foundations of T-Cell portfolio. As you can see, here's my cover page.
It all starts with the beeping, a sound I didn't recognize at first, but somehow knew meant I was still here. My eyes open slowly. Everything feels heavy, different. I try to move, but my body doesn't respond the way I expect it to. There's a tightness in my chest, a dryness in my throat. And then I realize I can't speak. Tubes surround me, wires, machines doing the work my body can't yet do on its own. My left leg is wrapped and stiff. My mouth feels unfamiliar, like it no longer belongs to me. This is the moment it hits me. Surgery is over, but the journey is just beginning. My name is Vanessa. I'm a mom, a teacher, and a survivor. I was diagnosed with oral squamous cell carcinoma, a cancer that would take part of my tongue, part of my jaw, and change the way I speak forever. This story isn't about the diagnosis. It's about what happened after the surgery, after the silence. It starts here, with the beeping. I want to panic. My mind races ahead faster than my body can keep up. Questions flood in. Fear. Loss. And yet, beneath all of it, I'm alive. And somehow, that has to be enough. For now. I remember trying to understand what treatment would look like and how much information there was to take in. When people hear the words oral cancer treatment, it can feel overwhelming. But treatment is not the same for everyone. It depends on where the cancer is, how advanced it is, and what the body can handle. For many patients, surgery is the first step. The goal is to remove the cancer and surrounding tissue to reduce the chance of it returning. In some cases, radiation therapy is used. Radiation helps destroy any remaining cancer cells. Chemotherapy may also be part of treatment, either before or after surgery or alongside radiation. There are also newer treatments, such as targeted therapy and immunotherapy, which help the body fight cancer in more precise ways. When cancer affects areas like the jaw or tongue, reconstructive surgery may be needed. This can help restore eating, speaking, and breathing. Oral cancer treatment is not handled by just one doctor. It often involves a team of specialists working together to support healing. Before we continue, I want to pause the story and explain what actually happened medically, so everything that follows makes sense. I had reached stage 4 cancer. By the time it was discovered, the cancer had spread from my tongue into my jawbone and into the lymph nodes in my neck. Because of how far it had progressed, surgery wasn't optional. It was invasive, but necessary. My surgery was scheduled for 12 hours. It ended up lasting 15. 3 surgeons worked together to save my life, each responsible for a different phase of the operation. The first surgeon was my ENT specialist. His job was to remove every area affected by cancer, including parts of my tongue, jawbone, and surrounding tissue. Once that was complete, there was a large gap left behind. That gap had to be closed immediately. The second surgeon was responsible for what's called the flap procedure. Skin, tissue, and blood vessels were taken from my left leg and used to cover the opening created when the cancer was removed. The donor site on my leg had to be grafted. My body was being rebuilt in real time. The final surgeon focused on reconstruction. A section of bone was taken from my left leg, specifically the fibula, and cut into smaller pieces. Those pieces were shaped, screwed together, and attached to what remained of my jaw to rebuild its structure. I lost about 3/4 of my jaw and approximately 80% of my tongue. These weren't 7 days of comfort. They were 7 days of proving to my body, to my medical team, and to myself that I was healing and moving forward. Not perfectly, just forward. And for me, the next 7 days would show what that really meant. My body had been through a lot. My left leg, the one used to take both bone and skin to reconstruct my jaw, had to learn how to carry me again. I had to learn how to use a feeding tube, something I never imagined I'd need, let alone master. And then there was the trach in my neck. Painful, uncomfortable, constantly reminding me that breathing, speaking, and healing were now deliberate acts. Before I could be released from the hospital, there was one major hurdle left. I had to pass my trach test, independently. That meant proving I could manage it on my own. No shortcuts, no assistance. It wasn't easy. There were hiccups. There were moments of frustration, and moments where I wondered if I was really ready. When I woke up, everything felt foreign. My body didn't feel like mine. The room didn't feel real. There were people everywhere. Voices, movement, machines. The first few days were a haze. I was heavily medicated. A morphine drip and a button I could press for more. I would wake up and then fall back asleep, over and over again. I think it was day 2 when I finally saw what had happened to me. Not long after, breathing became hard. Phlegm built up in my throat. I couldn't clear it. I couldn't cough it out. Panic crept in fast. A nurse came in. She was kind, beautiful, gentle. She brought a long silicone tube to help clear my airway. When she placed it down my trach, my body reacted before my mind could. I felt like my breath was being taken away. I couldn't breathe. Instinct took over. I didn't push her away. I punched her back to make it stop. When I finally understood what she was trying to do, I broke down. I cried. I coughed. I kept saying sorry between gasps for air. The congestion only got worse. I called out for her. I needed her to know I didn't mean to hurt her. It wasn't until she came back and I apologized sincerely that I could finally calm down. She held my hand. She told me she was okay. She told me she didn't take it personally. She said she understood, that it was part of the job. She became my best friend, so much so that I asked to take a picture with her. She sat with me as I wrote down everything I wanted to say. I told her about my home in the Pacific, Guam, about my students that I missed so much, and about my 3 beautiful girls. What made the difference was the people around me, the nurses, the staff, the specialists who guided me, encouraged me, and stepped in when I needed help, without ever making me feel small for needing it. They didn't just treat my body, they believed in my progress, sometimes before I did. Those 7 days weren't the end of my hospital journey, but they were the bridge. They led me out of the hospital and into home care. A whole new chapter, a whole new kind of learning, and that's where the journey continues. This is the part people don't always see. When someone survives cancer, the assumption is that the danger has passed, but survival is only the beginning. Support doesn't always mean caregiving. Sometimes it means understanding why someone is quieter, why they move slower, why healing doesn't look the way you expect. Knowing the why changes how we show up for each other. Healing doesn't always look strong. Sometimes it looks like simply showing up, even when everything hurts, even when progress feels slow. Those 7 days showed me what it means to keep going when you understand why you're doing it. They captured some of my hardest moments, but all of them mattered. This was just one moment in those 7 days. There were many nurses, specialists, staff. Not one of them was rude, not one impatient, not one judgmental. They saw me, not my illness. And that made all the difference in the world. Those moments showed me what unconditional love and forgiveness looks like. If they could move forward without judgment, if they could keep helping me after seeing me at my worst, then I owed it to myself to try and help myself too. There are still many stories I'm not ready to share just yet, and some I'm still learning how to understand. But for now, I want to end it here. When I woke up, the beeping was still there, but everything else was different. My body felt unfamiliar. My voice was gone, and I didn't yet understand what had been taken, or what would need to be rebuilt. I had survived the surgery, but survival wasn't the finish line. What followed were months of treatment, radiation, chemotherapy, swallow therapy, and complications that reminded me how fragile recovery can be. I chose to stay in Los Angeles for that part of my journey, and looking back now, I know that choice mattered. There are stories in that time I'll share later, moments I documented, moments that deserve their own space. But this chapter ends here, with waking up, with surviving, and with the long road ahead just beginning.